Hello guys and welcome back to the C++ tutorial series. In this episode and in the next 3 to 4 episodes, I guess, we're going to be talking about operators in C++. So in this episode, we are just going to focus on the type called arithmetic operators. Well, arithmetic operators are the basic mathematical operators you already know in school. And as you probably know, they are used to perform common mathematical operations, i.e. addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So as you can see, I did actually created a variable called x and assign it the value of 10. And if I should go ahead and run this program, we're going to have 10, right? Yes, so that's it. So what if I go ahead and say I wanted to change 10 plus 5? Well, the plus sign here is actually called an arithmetic operator. We use it to actually perform some mathematical operations such as 10 plus 5 here, as you can see. So now if I were to go ahead and run this program, I'm going to get exactly 15 because 10 plus 5 is of course equal to 15. So yes, we get 15. So this is actually one instance of an arithmetic operator. We can go ahead and also use minus. 10 minus 5 will give us 5. So yes, that's it. And we can also multiply. 10 multiplied by 5, we know what it's going to give us. It's going to give us 50 because 10 times 5 is of course 50. And we can also go ahead and divide and say 10 divided by 5, we're going to get 2. Yes, 10 divided by 5 will give us 2. So this is actually an integer division. So what do I mean by an integer division? Well, an integer division is a division that actually returns an integer value. So our answer is always going to be in integer form. And it's not all the time that when you divide two integers, you end up with an integer value. Sometimes when you divide, you're going to have your quotient as a floating point value, meaning a number with decimal point. So let me actually go ahead and say instead of 10, I said 11 divided by 5. And we're supposed to get 2.2. But it's going to give us 2 because it's an integer division. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Instead of 2.2, it gives us only 2. So this is what I mean by integer division, because it's not all the time that when you divide two integers together, you end up with integer. Sometimes your answer happens to be in a floating point number, such as this one. Our answer is supposed to be 2.2. which is a floating point number, but instead we are getting only the 2. And I know you guys might be saying maybe it's because we are using the int data type. So let's actually go ahead and change the data type to double, which is a data type that actually stores a floating point number, and see whether it will fix our issue. Yeah, still no, it did not fix it. So how do we go about this? How do we have our answer to be a floating point number when dividing in C++? So to do that, we need to make sure that one of the operand, either 11 or 5, must be a floating number, meaning a number with decimal point. So let's actually go ahead and make the 11 a number with decimal point. Let's go ahead and change it to 11.0. And now, if I were to go ahead and run this program, we're going to have our 2.2, meaning our floating point value, because one of the operand is of a floating point value. Because when you multiply or divide a floating point number with an integer, you're going to end up with a floating point number as your answer. So that's basically what an integer and a float division is. So the last one we're going to be talking about is the modulus operator. So let's go and say int x, assign the value of 5 mod 2, semicolon. So the percentage sign here is called a modulus. And essentially what we mean by including this percentage sign, which is called the modulus or the remainder operator, we are saying that what is the remainder of 5 divided by 2? In our case here is 1, because 2 can go into 5 2 times, remainder 1. So if I were to go ahead and run this program, I'm going to get 1. Yes, because 5 mod 2 is 1. That's what I'm talking about. So the modulus, or the percentage sign, simply returns a division remainder. So let me actually go ahead and give you another example. Let's say 10 mod 3. So I'm also going to get 1, because 3 can go into 10 3 times, remainder 1. So our answer will be 1. So these are some of the basic arithmetic operators we have in C++, and this is all we are going to be talking about in this episode. So in the next episode we are going to talk about the assignment operators. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode and see you guys in the next one. Bye.